Hello, my friends, and thank you for joining me, Karen Barney, bringing you the road ahead for October 18 through 24th of 2020. What's happening in the world for our elements, earth, fire, water, air. That's how we do this reading. So timestamps, my friends, will earn you a free one-question reading. Email me at karmic1tarot@gmail with your question after you post the timestamps. Let's see what's happening here. We generally shuffle and cut to see who's first. So let's do just that. We've got the Six of Wands and the Empress. So I would say our fire signs are first here today. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius on the table. We've got the Six of Wands. Recognition for something that you have put together, something you've created, my fire sign friends. The Empress, mother figure. So what are you creating? Are you creating a family? Are you recognizing that it's time to do that? Are you creating something that is going to really set you on a very public path, it feels like? Let's see what's going on for the fire signs. Fire signs. This is the week of October 18 through 24. Fire signs. This is the Affirmations Tarot, by the way. I just love all of the colors in it. Fire signs. Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. There you are, my fire sign friends. Also with Aquarius, Libra, Gemini here with the Queen of Swords. So what is it you are deciding? What action are you contemplating? I think the Queen of Swords is someone that is very methodical, but she's no nonsense. She's not going to put up with any drama, and she's not going to take a long time to make her decisions. She's very spontaneous, and that appeals to you, my fire sign friends, because you're kind of, let's get moving. Let's get moving here. So the question is, what are you focused on here, fire sign friends? What are the fire signs focused on the week of the 18th through 24? What is the action you have decided to take? The Death card, you're ending something, my fire sign friends. Now that's the Scorpio card there. So the endings, the transition, perhaps it's already begun, or maybe you're just starting off on it. It looks like he's off on his first new adventure. The Death card. And the Wheel of Fortune. So rest assured, my fire sign friends, this is on your path for a reason. Whatever the ending is, it is your decision. And you're going to take action on it. And it's going to, I think it's going to turn out really well for you. We've got the Three of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. And that is, you know, the celebrations, the enjoyment of the people that you are close to, the people that you socialize with, the people in your circle, the people you're most comfortable with. And they can be very, very supportive here. So where is this Wheel of Fortune taking you? What is the decision that's been put on your path, my fire sign friends? Eight of Pentacles. So it may involve your work. It's going to turn out really well, my friends. It's going to be something you are celebrating. I think whatever it is you've been working on, the decision to take action on it and finish or end, transition into the next step is really going to set you on a beautiful path. It's going to be one of enjoyment and comfort, and really, here's their Fool too, my friends. So it is a brand new path for you, something you are truly going to enjoy. But I think right now you're still trying to maintain that veneer, that cool, that methodical and logical approach to this. But you know, this is a total transition for you, and the Wheel of Fortune again has put it on your plate. The Wheel of Fortune, that fate, that karma, that kismet that comes in for you and brings in this beautiful, really beautiful outcome. The sun is the vibrant and life-giving energy of the planet. Without the sun, we don't survive. So this is really where everything comes from. The sun is good fortune, travel, enjoyment, and success beautifully coming in there for you. So you are making an important decision that's going to affect the path of your life here, my friends. Not only is it an ending and a transition, but it is predestined with the Wheel of Fortune. The Queen of Wands, yes, you are focused on being happy, focused on being content, focused on perhaps enjoying your family and your surroundings, your people in your life. Tell me how that's going to change here with the Death card. Thank you. Something's coming in to change. Now, the Knight of Swords is that Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Again, air sign energy, cutting right through, matter of fact, to the point, okay? So you need to focus on how to get there, I think, is the issue. And, you know, you're working on that most definitely. And the transition is already in place. It's already in play. And I think, as a matter of fact, the Wheel of Fortune is ramping it up to the next step. So you are taking action on this new journey that you're on. Whatever the ending is, you are ready to take that next step. And I think you feel pretty confident in spite of the fact that you may not know how it's going to turn out. You are charging in. Your intellect and your intelligence and your imagination are well in play here, my friends. And I think you see great and beautiful things coming to you. And well, you should. Tell me about the Death card here, please, for my fire sign friends. The King of Swords. Make that decision. Not only do we have the Queen now sitting there going through things and making some sort of judgment call on it, how you're working on things and what you want the outcome to be, but now we have our King of Swords making the final decision, making the move, actually taking the action here. The Two of Cups. Now, that gets interesting, doesn't it? So family and enjoyment and comfortable and, you know, just really... it feels like you have it all right here, doesn't it? Pardon me. That's coming in with someone that is very close to you, a kindred spirit, perhaps even a soulmate, a romantic situation, perhaps. But there is most definitely a real generosity there. Pardon me. There is most definitely a real generosity there, a real connection. And that could be with this group of people, and it could be one in particular. Let's see what's happening with the Wheel of Fortune. So I do believe that fate has lent you a helping hand in the form of the group of people that you are with. So if there are new people in your life, or just those that have now... really ramped it up, stepped up to help you in whatever your quest is, whatever your changes, your challenges are here. I think there is going to be a position of control that you are now in, controlling the direction of where you're going, because for a while there it seemed like it was uncertain, but now you've got this support and you are definitely taking this to a new direction, my fire sign friends. One more card, please, on the Death card. One more card on the Death card, please. Scorpio energy there. We are now moving into Scorpio, and of course they're coming full circle here with the World. So not only is it going to be an ending, it's going to be a final ending, and you are coming to a successful conclusion of whatever it is. Now, this leads you to a new beginning, a new journey here that you are now I think moving into a closer relationship with someone, perhaps in Aries, someone of an authority figure. So if they are lending you a helping hand, you are now coming into, I think, a better alignment with them, and they're being supportive. You're enjoying where you are, my fire sign friends. So it looks like things are going to be changing for you in a much better way, my fire sign friends. This is the Moon deck. We did have that new moon on Friday last week, the 16th. That is in Libra. So things are going to start to balance out here, my fire sign friends. One card, please. Just one, okay. Conscious eating nourishes me. And I think this is more than about food. It's about food for thought. What is it that you are nourishing yourself with? Are you thinking positively, or are you dwelling in something that may have been in the past? This is now time for you to move forward. Now, if this is, of course, conscious eating, literal eating, by all means, we need to nourish our minds, our bodies, and our souls, and not to mention our spirit. And that is what we're talking about here, my friends. Nourish your spirit. You've got people that support you. You've got one in particular that's going to lend a real helping hand for you, and you're going to make the final decision to finish whatever you're doing and move to the next step. It is on your divine path, my fire sign friends. All right. Fire signs. Let's see what's going on for our next element. Pick these up. I do appreciate everyone tuning in. I want you to know that I upload videos daily. If you're not seeing my notifications or getting my videos in your subscription feed, then just come on and check me out, because I do upload every day. Let's see who's next for our road ahead, October 18 through 24. 18 through 24. Who's next? The Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Cups. So water signs, you are up, and it looks like the Wheel of Fortune is depositing your wishes for you, my water sign friends. The Nine of Cups, the wish card, having almost everything that you want, and it truly is on your divine path. The Wheel of Fortune, karma, kismet, fate. Coming in for the water signs. It's about time, isn't it? Okay, let's have one or two cards, please. '20 has been a year of challenges, most definitely in personal and global issues. And I think once we get to the end of this year, it's going to be so much better, so much easier, in a very different way than what we experienced before. How many? 4 cards. Perfect. Okay, then. The Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. Well, endings and new beginnings seems to be the theme today. The Three of Pentacles is, of course, building and restructuring. The Five of Swords. Okay, the Five of Swords is weariness, right? It's expending a lot of effort and trying to decide whether or not it's worth it to continue. I'm tired of this. I don't know that I want to do it anymore. Should I just step back and take a break, or should I end it? You might be taking some time to really think through this, meditate, and do some healing. Do some of your own healing in this as well. The Ten of Swords is a very difficult ending, but there is a sunrise on the other side. That's after the Five of Swords. The Seven of Cups. Exploring your options. That's exactly what you're doing right here, meditating on them. The Three of Pentacles. Building, putting the right people, projects, and components together to make whatever your dream is happen. Our Knight of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There you are, water sign friends, with your big visions, your dreams, your hopes for the future. You may even be offering a cup of love somewhere, a cup of emotion. Maybe that's what this is. Are you in an emotional situation that you're trying to build stronger? And maybe taking a break is the better way to do it. But then what is this ending? Where is it that, are you deciding whether or not to expend any more effort in this emotional situation? The Knight of Cups. I think you have high hopes for it, but not necessarily I think you have high hopes for it, but you still have some doubt. Three of Pentacles. What did I just say? You still have some doubt. That is our Eight of Swords. That is, of course, feeling stuck, trapped, like you don't really have a move, and not necessarily feeling like it's going to work out. Fears, limiting beliefs. You can easily get out of that and think positive, and maybe the outcome will change. None of these are major arcana. You have free will here. Everyone always has free will, but you have free will to change this, and that's what you're contemplating now. Page of Pentacles. This is important to you, and you're going to be conveying, I think, your fears and your doubts in the maybe with this group of people that you're restructuring things with. But the Three of Pentacles is about building, so this is important to you. Whatever it is that you're building, it is important to you, and you still doubt whether or not it's going to work out. Tell me about our Knight of Cups, please, for the water sign friends. Water sign friends. Where is your vision? Where is your dream taking you? Ah, look at that. The sun coming out. That's the card of Leo, of course. And, I think it's your big visions, your big dreams are about happiness, joy, and contentment. Absolutely. And I think you're not far from there. You're not far from where you get to move through the doorway into that sun, into that vibrant, beautiful, kind and loving energy as well. The Two of Wands, the doorway right here. Don't give up on this situation. And here's our Eight of Cups. You know, you've got to come to terms with whatever has come, whatever the healing needs to be, whatever the ending may have been. There is still healing going on, and you're trying to decide whether or not you're going to move toward it. What are we doing here with the Knight of Cups and the Sun? Are you moving toward it? Unexpected situations coming in. So where is our Tower taking you? The Tower doesn't have to be death and destruction, although we do have endings here. It could be that it is surprise and delight, and you may be holding off ending this situation because you're not sure if it is worth continuing, and you have your doubts about whether or not you can build it. But there is going to be perhaps an important piece of information coming to you that is going to help you solidify this, I think, and you're not going to necessarily expect it. Water signs. Four of Swords. Tell me about the Four of Swords, please, for my water sign friends. What are you thinking about? What are you meditating on? What are you healing from? What is the Three of Cups? So there may have been a situation that involved others that you have your doubts whether or not you can perhaps rebuild after a difficult situation. The Three of Cups is also about celebration, though. And I think you may have been taking a time out from a group of people, taking a time out from some events and celebrations. Are you going to sit something out? Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There you are again, my friends, taking a step back. You know, I don't think you want to risk the exposure at whatever this is, the event. Now, our Queen of Cups is someone that is emotionally closed. Very, you know, her cup is closed. She keeps everything inside. She would rather step away. It feels like, step away, then show people how she really feels. Now, this is you, my water sign friends. I think that you doubt whether or not this can be good, whether or not it can be solid again. And you're really taking your time here to meditate and consider which direction you want to go. The Queen of Cups is also someone that's very kind, calm, and compassionate. So, you know, use that in this situation with these people that are close to you. And if that means that you are taking a step back, then do it with a sensitive nature. Do it with kindness and compassion. You know, I'm sorry, I'm just not up to it right now. Instead of, you know what, I'm not answering calls and things like that. Because it looks like there is a rather abrupt situation here. A difficult, painful, tiresome situation. Yes, it's Three of Swords there. So you are taking a break from people. You are taking a break from this group that is close to you. And I think that, you know, this might have caught you off guard. You were in a very good place and it caught you off guard. So now you're just taking a step back here with our Three of Swords. Difficulty, sadness, sorrow, and grief. Are you going to be able to put that behind you? Is this Sun what's coming up? Is the unexpected happiness what's coming in? Queen of Wands, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You know, it seems to be that you're focused on what has happened or what you expect to happen, because you do have these doubts here. You know, the Three of Swords is that difficulty. So are you focused on that, the difficulty and the ending? I know you're considering whether or not to continue and considering your options here, my water sign friends, but you are at the doorway here. You are at the threshold. It's up to you to take the action that's necessary, and you feel like you don't want to budge. You don't want to give up. You don't want to let anything pass. So are you going to be settling things? Are you going to be resolving things in order for you to be happy? Or is this conflict going to continue until you make the judgment call that's here with the Queen of Swords? I think the moon is going to be instrumental in this. Remember, we have a full moon, not this week, but next week on the 31st. So it's going to be, I think, a very impactful full moon. And that may be where things get illuminated. And the Ace of Swords is that final decision, a very wise and educated decision on which way you want to go. And it's going to begin something new. Here's our Three of Cups. So it is going to begin a new, it's going to have a new beginning with these people. So you may have taken a step back, my friends, but you are now coming through, I think, a phase where you're still concentrating on the ending, still concentrating on what might not have been comfortable, deciding whether or not you're going to continue it. And I think ultimately you do, but you need to take a step back. Tell me what the water signs can expect from the moon. This is the moon deck. Tell me about the water signs, please. The week of the 18th through 24th. That's too many. Just one or two, please. Oop. Excuse me. We've got to put our globe back, our world. I am ready. Thank you. I am ready. Water signs, are you ready? Are you ready to settle whatever this is? And it really feels like it's about settling it. There's some sort of conflict that's been poking at you, and you're looking at your options in how to go about this. You don't want to budge, but you know what? Sometimes you got to give up a little bit. Sometimes you got to resolve things, resolve the conflict rather than fight. Water signs. All right, let's see who's next. We have Air and Earth left. I want to thank you all for commenting on my videos. I truly appreciate seeing how these readings resonate in your lives, and I do try and respond as often as possible. But I have now opened a storefront in Port Salerno, Florida, where I read weekends and a couple of nights each week. So time is at a premium. It feels like I've been on a treadmill now for about 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm weary, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I want things to change. That's where I am. And I can see them coming, absolutely. I still have hope, but at the same time, it's like, okay, come on, bring it in. All right, air or earth, who are we cutting for? Let me see, we've got Temperance and the Ace of Wands. So whoever it is has got to find some balance. I think a balance of power here. The Ace of Wands, passion, excitement, and new growth. But you've got to approach it with a little bit more patience, a little bit more temperance. Temper your approach. Who's next, air or earth? The Moon and the Ten of Pentacles, so earth signs. So earth signs, was that message for you? The Ace of Wands and what? The Temperance card, right? So approach with a little bit of more balance, a little bit more emotional equilibrium, and, you know, find your peace with where you are. It is still growing. It is still new growth coming in here, and the moon is going to be instrumental, my friends. Now, I mentioned that full moon on the 31st. Of course, the new moon was the 16th, that was Libra. And where are we here? We're going into Taurus, full moon in Taurus on the 31st. So earth signs, Taurus, going to benefit from that full moon, I think. Now, the full moon brings things to conclusion. So what is it that you are trying to see clearly here about your abundance, the Ten of Pentacles, about your wealth, your security, your stability, perhaps even your family group, the people that you're responsible for? Tell me about the earth signs, please. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn here, my friends. I am ready for the changes to come in. Let's see what's happening here for the earth signs. The week of the 18th through the 24th. Earth signs, please. Okay. The Fool. Earth signs, please. The week of the 18th through the 24th, please. The Ace of Cups. My goodness. Earth signs. Is there a new love that you are stepping into? Taking a chance on? Or is this your new journey coming into a real fulfillment? Content, happy with where you are and where you're headed. Even though you don't know how it's going to work out, my earth sign friends, you are still in a really good place. And that's exactly how I feel I am. Capricorn here. Earth signs, one more card, please. Earth signs, the week of October 18 through 24. Let's have one more card. 2 cards, please, actually. 2 cards. Oof, come on, 2 cards. Thank you. The 9 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. Well, what did we say? You don't want to give up on where you're headed. You are looking at things with a different outlook now, too. You may have, oh, the 8 of Wands. There's the arrows of love, too. The 8 of Wands, of course, that very swift movement. If this is a relationship, things are going to change very quickly. Now, you may have some boundaries here, my Earth sign friends. And, oh, look at that. Oh, goodness. We're going to leave it out. Earth signs. Let's put this down here so we can do that. All right, Earth signs, where are you going on this new adventure? Have you put some things to rest? Have you settled any emotional ties with perhaps the past that you weren't ready to give up? It's time to see things in a new light. It's time to see things with a different perspective. You know, your peace is more important to you now than I think fighting. That doesn't mean that you don't have boundaries and won't walk away if things do not meet your expectations, okay? The 8 of Wands, this is very swift movement, lots of passion, lots of action, lots of messages flying back and forth. Tell me about our Fool card here for the Earth signs. This is October 18 through 24. The Fool card, please. Six of Cups. Well, you know, this may be a new adventure with someone from the past. You know, as I said, you might have not wanted to walk away, but you did. And now things are changing. They've come in again with new messages of love, new messages, and maybe they have a different attitude. Maybe you can see them in a different light. Maybe things have been resolved. This could also mean that you are very comfortable with where you are in this situation and able to move forward with that new outlook, with that new perspective, and moving out of anything that was not serving you, anything that was turbulent and upsetting, and moving on to peace. This is kind of an attitude adjustment, as my mother would say. The Justice card, Libra. So the Justice card is about balance and making things fair, and that is our new moon in Libra that we've just had on the 16th. So, you know, I would say to you that this is now going to set you on a new direction. You know, that doesn't mean that you don't have your standards and your boundaries, but you are resolved to settling whatever went on in your past and now moving forward. Now, the 8 of Wands, how fast are you moving? How fast is this justice coming in? You know, they just said to me, justice is swift. So how is this going to change things for your Ace of Cups? Contentment, happiness, joy, love, cup overflowing situation. I don't think you're going to stop until you get there. And if this is a relationship based, if they're not providing that contentment, that joy, and it doesn't resonate with you the way it should, the way you want it to, then you're going to be moving on here. You're going to, you know, not give up on your standards, your boundaries. You're going to keep that wall up, and then you're going to say, you know what, I don't know that I want to resolve this. I want to settle it, yes, but I'm also going to be moving on. And if that's the case, my friends, then that may be taking you away in a very quick manner. Justice, it could also be that things are legal. And moving on from that, tell me about our Ace of Cups. What is the contentment here for the Earth signs? I know I'm ready. The High Priestess. Now, you know, you may have been seeking. The High Priestess is a woman of intuition, first and foremost. She listens for the messages. So you are, in fact, getting messages that you need to heed. Your intuition is telling you what to do here. And it's about fulfilling your cup. It's about making yourself happy. It's about having your own peace of mind and contentment. Peace of mind, too, my friends. The High Priestess is also a woman of mystery. So she does things a little bit covertly, not necessarily secretly, but, you know, privately. So what is it that you've been doing? What are the plans that you've been making? Plans to make things balanced, plans to make things fair. You know, again, you've got standards and boundaries, and you have been maybe holding off whatever is happening here with the Ace of Cups because you don't want to take the chance. Here's our Fool card again. I think you know that you should take the leap of faith. I think you know the messages that are coming in perhaps are telling you that this time it'll be right. It'll be balanced. It'll be fair. But you know, sometimes when we've been hurt or things have been difficult, especially if someone from the past reappears, remember we're Mercury retrograde here, my Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo friends. The Nine of Wands, you know, you may be saying, you know what, this was finished a long time ago, and they are trying to change your mind. So follow your intuition on this, and I do think it's telling you to take the leap of faith. Doesn't mean you relax what you need. Page of Wands, again, looking at it in an inspired and excited, perhaps enthusiastic way of looking at things. You know, it might be that they are now finally coming to what you need. This feels like a relationship reading. Three of Pentacles. It certainly could be legal as well. Things are now coming to what you need. You took the leap of faith, you stood firm, and things are now resolved so you can move forward. There are going to be messages moving back and forth. Now this is about structuring a solid and beautiful organization. You know, this is about building with others, building using you, being the architect of your future, being the architect of what is right and fair here. You're working perhaps with others to bring this in, my earth sign friends, but you are most definitely in charge. And I would say that's, you know, that's fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and there's a lot of action and movement here on the table. But at the same time, this is you, earth signs, I would say, directing which way this goes. So this decision, whether or not to take the leap of faith, if this is relationship or justice based, it's up to you. It's up to you to either move on or change your attitude. Maybe in some cases, both. Tell me about the Eight of Cups, please. What are we putting behind us? You know, it's struggle and strife. Feeling like sometimes it's fight or flight, and that's both right here, fight or flight. So the question is, which way? I think you're going to move forward with a much more zen attitude. It's like, okay, fine, let's see what happens. Now, tell me about the Eight of Cups. The Ace of Wands. Well, you know what, there's a ton of passion there. There's a lot of excitement, and I think that there can be a big flame, let's put it that way, a big flame here if this is a relationship situation. And it's hard to leave that. It's hard to put that behind you. It's hard to reconcile where you are and what you had with where you're headed. But the messages are going to be hot and heavy. And this is the this is the Eight of Wands, the Arrows of Love. And here it is. All right, now, again, this is about taking back your power in this as well. So you are not going to release. You may give 1 or 2 points just to be cooperative, but I don't think that you're going to relinquish what you've been standing firm for at all. But you are going to feel better about what you've done because of that communication. You know what, this is what I need, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to settle for less. I may bend on that point, but you know, this is what I need. And how are you bringing that in here with the Six of Swords? How is your opinion of this situation changing? The Five of Cups. Well, you know, you might have thought everything was lost here in the past. It was difficult and you walked away from it. But here it is. It is here to be salvaged, my friends, if you just turn around. Two of Cups is still there waiting for you to make a final decision. Are you staying or are you going? That seems to be what's happening here, my friends. I think something comes back for you. I think something... Pardon me. I think something comes up that you need to decide on. And it could be from the past. It could definitely be regarding your children, but it is most likely a new journey. Maybe a new journey with something from the past. A do-over, it seems like. Earth signs. Do you stay or do you go? Everybody has free will, my friends, but you're in charge of the outcome. You're in charge of the outcome. And you're going to think about it logically, not necessarily with emotion, my earth sign friends. Thank you. You're very grounded and practical anyway. All right, what does it say? This is the moon deck, by the way. I shed habits that hinder my truth, and I release and renew. Sorry about that, guys. That's Miss Tootsie trying to get comfortable. I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew. So shed these habits. Shed these habits that hinder your truth. Move on from them. If this is a situation that you're not in alignment with, you're going to know. It's going to be balanced and fair, though. That's going to be the surprising part of it, I think. Whatever is coming in, whatever is coming back, is going to set things on a better path for you. And it may mean that, you need to stand firm and decide, listen to the messages of what is going to make you happy here. Whether it's a true love that comes in and you do something again, or it's a new adventure that you've decided and stand firm and fight for, that you want, and leave things behind so that you can start this fresh, peaceful journey, my earth sign friends. Let's see what's happening now for our air sign friends. Thank you so much for waiting patiently. What's happening for the air signs of this world, the week of October 18 through 24? Air signs, 18 through 24 for the air signs. Whoa. 4 cards. Well, air signs. So we have the World, the Hierophant, Strength, and the Queen of Wands. So there is some real change coming in here for you, my air sign friends. I've got the 3 of Cups here, bottom of the deck. So celebration, enjoyment, the people that are close to you, all of that. I've got the Leo card here, Strength, and the Hierophant, the Taurus card. So that's where we're coming into, that full moon in Taurus. This is a commitment, a vow, an oath, something that you feel very, very strongly about, a structure that may be coming to an end, and you feel very strongly that you need to take action on this. What is happening here with the 3 of Cups? The World card is ending a chapter here, my friends. Something coming to a successful conclusion. So, you may be finishing out a career, a job, a contract where you feel very strongly that you need to maybe get out of Dodge here. The Queen of Wands focused on making change, taking action. Our 3 of Cups, changing maybe the people that you associate with, and you're going to be celebrating. King of Pentacles. It served you well here, my air sign friends. The King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, is someone that is very practical, grounded, and is also the provider of the deck. He works very hard to make sure that everyone in his kingdom has what they need, and maybe that position is coming to an end. What is the structure that is changing here with the Hierophant, the Queen of Swords? There you are, making the decision, the snap decision, the spontaneous decision, perhaps, because you feel so strongly that something needs to happen. I need to take action on this, and I need to do it right now, my air sign friends. Here's our 2 of Pentacles. You're trying to decide which way to go. And the King of Wands here is the person perhaps in charge. The person is maybe a boss, and you tell them, I'm leaving, I'm not staying here, I'm making a snap decision to leave because I feel so strongly that things feel so strongly that I'm being challenged. Now, where is that taking you, my air sign friends? Where's the Hierophant? On your own path. There's a Virgo card. On your own path here, my friends. Now, as spontaneous as the Queen of Swords is, the Hermit is cautioning you to get some counseling. If you need advice, whether it be legal, spiritual, or whatever kind of advice, get it. Okay, the Queen of Swords is rational and logical, and she's going to sort through the situation in a very matter-of-fact way. I think you already know what is on your path here with the Hermit. The intuition has been downloaded already, and that's what's actually started this. It's time for you to move on, and the Strength card, fierce. I think it's time for you to really be fierce about your. I think you're leaving a job, my friends. You're leaving a job where perhaps you had to fight for things. Perhaps it wasn't a good position for you. You're leaving a situation you feel very, very strongly about. The 9 of Wands here, not fierce. Queen of Wands here for my air sign friends, and there's our Hierophant. So you are focused on changing this structured environment that you're in, whether that be a commitment, a marriage, a contract, or or a group of people that you're with. You're changing that, my air sign friends. The Devil. You feel obligated to them, though. You feel like you need to provide for them. But you know what? It's time for you to take on your own, I think, your own agenda, not necessarily others. Now, I don't mean you're going to be shirking your responsibilities. If you are the provider for all of these people, you're certainly going to work it out, I think. But I think you recognize, my air sign friends, that there is definitely action that needs to take place in order for things to change. You feel very, very strongly that things need to change. And I think intuitively you already know what needs to change. And whether or not that means that you're leaving and putting behind you a chapter where you were the provider and now not necessarily are doing quite as much. Again, not meaning that you're changing shirking your obligations, but definitely maybe releasing a few or changing the structure of them. What's the Moon card have to say? The Moon deck, rather, have to say for my air sign friends, please, the week of October 18 through 24. My inner compass knows the way. Exactly. That Hermit is, I'm seeing this as you, my air sign friends, the Queen of Swords. You know exactly what you need to do. You've heard the downloads. You've heard the messages that come through. And if you haven't heard them, you've sought them out. That wise counsel. Now that could be your best friend, it could be an attorney, it could be a doctor, it could be anybody on that. And most likely someone in, you know, the municipal or judicial realm even is possible. But this, your inner compass already knows what you need to do. And I think that you are standing firm and feeling very strong about the direction that you need to take here. And I do believe that means that you are putting something behind you here with the World card, finishing something up, my air sign friends, and moving on and changing the structure of your responsibilities. You need to take action on this, and it's going to change your outlook. I think you're going to be much happier. You're going to be celebrating the changes that come in as a result of your finishing this up. Air signs, thank you very much. I do appreciate everyone joining me here, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It all helps the channel grow, and I love reading your comments. If you'd like to connect with me for a private reading or just a conversation, I love doing that. All of my details are in the description box below, and we'll speak to you again tomorrow. Thank you.